My dear collective, welcome to another music channeling. Please take our resonates. Let's dive into your message. Okay? If you resonate with this soulmate, your situation, whenever it feels like it, take it to heart. Okay? The go-to song for this message is Garden, Say It Like It. I also have done a past reading. Same thing like the others. If it makes sense, if it resonates, that will be linked down below. Okay? But the message, on a general basis, is this person, this soulmate, feels quite insane. They feel insane without you. You're the only thing that kept them level headed, balanced, um, low key, kind of like purposeful. You're the only person that make this person feel sane, okay? And not crazy, not imbalanced. Okay, that's the message here. We're gonna go with that. There are some specifics. So I channeled say it ain't so. Say it ain't this. Should I just I have like other messages I'm doing. I'm not even supposed to do this according to my schedule, but on that note, I channeled the song on the today, on the first, okay? I have way more other messages than this one, but let's dive into it. Okay, this person feels insane without you. Um, Something about you stating something and they're like in disbelief, or somebody stating something, or maybe they're in disbelief, but I'm getting here that you guys are not together. There's a separation. You're not coming back. Somebody said something final, and it's kind of like driving this person nuts. They need you for your sanity. Okay? Now, this is not really based on any channeling, but the artist herself, she is a Scorpio, so if that makes sense to you in terms of resonance, Scorpio could be relevant. Okay? So, like I said, why is this song relevant? Based on cards. Okay, so we got Six of Hearts in vertical. So basically, somebody made a stupid decision. Somebody wasn't smart when it came to a decision. Somebody didn't use their brain cells. Somebody didn't use discernment. Okay, so now they feel somebody feels stupid. Okay, basically, that's why this song is here. Somebody feels stupid. If we're gonna go a little bit more deeper, based on what I channeled before, they feel stupid and they feel crazy. They feel stupid and crazy. Okay. So yeah, let me just. Is that the title? The soulmate feels stupid and crazy. Decision. Say it ain't so. Oh no, collective. I'm just. Let's see if it's gonna be. I'm so focused on writing this title. That could be symbolic as well. Maybe they're writing something to you, but they don't know how to write it, and this is making them feel more crazier, more insane, more stupid because whatever they're trying to write, it doesn't come out right. Okay? In that sense, I feel like they're trying to reach out to you and make it sound good, look good, and they're trying their best. They're very focused on like, I hope this gets you back, collective. I hope this reaches your heart, your mind, because they're going through it. They don't feel good. They feel stupid. They feel insane. They feel crazy about whatever has been finalized, said, whatever statement was put in. They're here like feeling dumbfounded because it's like what? I feel like they're in disbelief. Okay, so there's that. I'm not gonna shuffle on Scorpio because it's not channeled. That's just what I'm doing right now. So, yeah. Anything else that's relevant based on the cards for collective here? I'm channeling some of them wants to see you tonight. Okay. Some of them are trying to find a way spiritually so you can also get the memo. I'm getting the energy of like contacting a spiritualist, a tarot reader, a middleman, so collective can get some sort of like insight. If you have, cut cords, block them, they're trying to reach out to you as well on a spiritual level. Going to readings, trying to figure out like what's collective's next move. Will they take me back? How are they feeling? Things of that nature. I don't know how you feel about that, but somebody's like really losing it and they're trying to find answers everywhere. But it's not really that deep. It's not something you should be annoyed by because it's kind of like you watching readings for your soulmate. They're doing this in terms of you and your decisions and your forward movement because they're very terrified that whatever took place in terms of that final end will be the end forever. Okay? So, like I said, contacting you spiritually or looking up readings, going to spiritualists or reader to see where your energy is at and if you would take them back. Okay? Anything else that's relevant? So we got the Hermit card. A lot of them has been doing a lot of reflection, but it's kind of hard. I kind of feel like they're going a little bit cray-cray. Okay, the Hermit card is good in two ways. One way, if you're in a spiritual path and getting more enlightenment, right, learning more, meditating more, it's a good thing, because when you come out of that cocoon, you are elevated. On the flip side, this can make you feel deranged. Like if you go through the dark night of the soul, and that's like, spiritual depression and spiritual turns, right? It can make somebody lose their mind. And for some of you guys, I feel like for some of your soulmates are in that energy, losing their mind because they don't know what's happening on a spiritual note. But I don't feel like this has anything to do on a spiritual level. It's more so, as an example, you decided that you don't want to deal with them. You cut cords. You said goodbye. And they're taking this to heart in such a level where it's making them unstable. Like it's not like they're going through a spiritual awakening. It is you ending a relationship with them and they're taking this to heart in such a way where it almost feels like they're going through a horror moment. A spiritual awakening, a dark night of the soul. Like it almost feels like they're on the verge of like. Let me just say this though. This person is very codependent on you. So if you're not in their life, they feel like they don't have a life. That's what I'm getting from the Hermit and Vertical. That's what I'm getting here. So they're really trying to figure out like every move they can, like based on messages from other people. Like on a spiritual note, some of them are trying to bind you back if you cut cords. It makes sense on you're in your defense if you're annoyed. This is somebody that's like want to hold on to you and your ever essence at any cost. Okay? For some of you guys, you could be dealing with a Virgo. That's also the Hermit card. For some of you guys, it could be Pisces as well. Okay, Pisces, Virgo could be relevant. Yeah. I'm also channeling someone that wants to see you tonight as well. I think I mentioned that. I feel like they know that you're very much like defensive. You get, yeah, pretty much. But they don't take offense to it because, like I said, the channel message is them feeling crazy and feeling stupid because whatever was decided. okay? And it's left them being in this hermit mode of not wanting to deal with anyone, being in the spiritual depression, okay? But I feel like it's kind of a real life depression. A lot of them has gotten judgment. I don't know what they have done, but basically you took your power back. You don't want to deal with them because you wanted the cycle to end, and it did end. And somebody's not taking this well to their heart of this ending being finalized the way it's final. Like somebody didn't believe, or dumbfounded that, oh my god, it's actually coming to an end with collective. It doesn't make sense to them. It's not logical. So they're trying everything they can spiritually. I don't think they would take any chance literally, but they're going through it. They're in depression. They feel crazy. They feel stupid. Some of them want to see it tonight. Okay. So what they're doing is trying to look for answers within the spiritual community. Okay. A lot of them are also in hiding, in isolation as well. Yeah, it's a codependent energy. I don't know what else to say. Let's add a little bit, romance cards. So how do they feel for you is this. They feel like you're their soulmate. And nobody else compares to you. They feel like they have romantic feelings. They do. They have romantic feelings. They have codependent feelings. Okay? It's giving you a little bit obsessed. But the good thing here in this reading is that I don't feel like they're going to take any action where you're going to be like, let me get a restraining order, right? Because they're doing all this in terms of spiritual, right? So that's your message. Now, I feel like for those that are intuitive, for those that have spiritual gifts, if you can feel their energy, you will feel their anxiety. For sure. You definitely feel, like if you feel anxiety, if you think about this person, is them going through it because you cut cords, you don't want to deal with them, the chapter has ended, and they're just like, they can't believe it ended. And they're going crazy over it. Okay? So that's your message, guys. Do what you want with this. Let's add a little advice card. So we got law of attraction. So if you want to deal with them, you can definitely attract them because they're also using whatever they can to reach out to you, like I said. But on a spiritual note, watching readings, doing readings themselves, paying for readings, booking sessions. Like they're really much like, okay, the only way I can reach collective is on a spiritual note. Because if they do it on the physical, it might be a little bit too crazy. You might have to get a restraining order. They're not at that level of crazy. You get me? Okay, even though they feel like they have lost their marbles, their insanity, they're not going to do anything in the physical where you need to be like, let me get a restraining order. You get me? So that's a good thing. So I say this to say collective. There is a connection still. Heavy on if you're still watching. Even if you cut the cords and it was finalized, there's still some things that needs to be tied up. And if you don't want to deal with it and you feel like your chapter with that person, the soulmate is over and done, you need to do another cord cutting because they're finding a way how to attract you back with this law of attraction. Okay? I say this to say, for those that are pissed, that will resonate more with you guys, where it's like, okay, you already been done with this person. You cut the cords, you did what you need to do spiritually and literally, but they're still pulling on your energy. Emphasis on the pulling. They have found a way in how to reach you, hence this song, hence this message. Okay? So, let's do a little initiative. First, middle, last. I am also channeling January 1st. January 1st is also relevant, okay? October 17. Just give me... So let's pull one card for January 1st. So for some of you guys, what was a yes became a no. or what became a no became a yes, but I feel like what became a yes became a no. In terms of January 1st, in terms of October 17, somebody realized that they were stuck and didn't want to be stuck anymore, okay? Or they felt stuck. I'm also channeling Andrew, okay? In terms of Andrew, this person is scared as fuck. They don't know what to do. Yeah, so some of you guys, you're dealing with a soulmate that has the name Andrew, okay? Sorry for that visual. But like I said, first, middle, last initials. Let's see here. Something could be a little bit too late. Something about the sea. Maybe somebody needs to go to the ocean. Maybe somebody needs to get some sea salt and cleanse their energy. I know you guys can see sea salt in here, or somebody can, okay? Something about the stars, okay? Maybe they're trying to look up your birth chart. Or maybe somebody's trying to connect with the universe, with the stars. Something about this is relevant. Neat. But like an acronym for this. I don't know what it is, but that's relevant. Okay, somebody could also be very pure or very clean, or somebody who wants a clean slate, or there is a clean slate, and somebody's like, they can't believe it. Something about tasting something, they miss your taste, your smell. Something about jam, okay? Strawberry jam, apricot jam, like orange jam, melon jam, apricot jam. The breakfast thingy you put on bread or crackers. Jam is jam, okay? Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up, collective. I'm so sorry that this sounds very off-putting here. Let's do one more advice card. There's a perfect timing for something right now, okay? And then we have this one here. For some of you guys, you need to take a break from something, and some of you guys could have met at work, or you could have worked together with them, and it was a good time for you to end whatever you worked on with them, because whatever you did in terms of, if it was work related, it was the perfect timing, because it's elevating you to something that you want. There's more alignment for you, and the people here just need to get with the program. You know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it is a choice. Okay, so I'm sensing somebody feels mortified though. I feel like somebody did something to you very, like, it was very uncalled. It was very uncalled for. They didn't have to go that way, that route. Somebody feels mortified, okay? Especially if it's like work section here. For a lot of you guys, it's romantic based, but you could have also worked with this person that you had feelings for, that's now in love with you, that's now losing their mind, because you don't want to deal with them, work with them, things of that nature. Yeah, somebody really feel mortified. That's also what I'm tuning into as well. So we're gonna leave it at that. Thank you for stopping by, as always. In terms of dates, if for anything, if you're interested, I feel like for the majority of you guys, you're just gonna be like, oh, okay, fine, right? But let's say if you do take any action, if you do feel anything of like weird sensations, at least this can resonate. You know, but I feel like for the majority of you guys, you're gonna be like, you watch this and it's like, okay, you know, whatever. You know, at least you know what's up. You're not expecting anything. If they do something spiritually, I feel like you know what to do already in order to cleanse that. But maybe some of you guys want to be a little bit ahead. So If it makes sense to you in terms of numbers, here we go. If not, thank you for stopping by, okay? So we got number 6. Think hours, days, weeks, months, okay? And that's it. That's it. Now, in terms of the blank letters, I'm gonna just very quickly. Some of you guys could have been dating. Some of you guys, this person cheated. One had wandering eyes. They were into like a polyamorous lifestyle, open relationship, marriages, things of that nature. For some of you guys, this person could have been a part of the LGBTQ, or they were an ally. For others, it could have been some sort of abuse, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Okay? There could have also been a difference between you guys in terms of the age, belief system, socio-economical status. What else? Location, long distance relationships, ethnicity, nationality, things of that nature. So, if that makes sense, take it to heart, okay?